So you've probably noticed there's been quite a few changes in the style of YouTube videos lately, and I've had a lot of comments from people saying, what's happened to the wild camping videos, or why have you binned the camping stuff? So I thought I'd set the record straight and address those comments in this video. But to understand how I've got to this point today, we need to go back to how it all started. So I released my first YouTube video back in 2016, and that was for a bet. The second video took another 2 months to come out, and then the third, which was my first wild camping video, was another 3 months later. So right from the outset, I never intended to be an outdoors YouTuber. And for that reason, the channel has always just been called Paul Messner. I thought maybe I'd just record the odd video here and there, whatever I was doing at the time really, but it did tend to be outdoorsy stuff, bushcraft and the odd wild camping video. So skipping on a few years and several videos later, I started getting noticed a little bit, and in 2019 I got what was called Creator on the Rise on YouTube. And I'd done a little bit of research, and I'd seen that some people, the channel had grown by like 50,000 subscribers or something once they'd got this award. And I got 3,000 in a couple of days. So I had one day on the trending page on YouTube. I'm really proud of it, but it made me start and take YouTube a little bit more seriously. But I'd sort of typecast myself into this niche of outdoors and wild camping. And in 2021, which was a really good year for me, I managed to hit 100,000 subscribers. I was earning similar sort of money on YouTube as I was for my day job. We'd just had a couple of years of the COVID restrictions, and the outdoors was becoming really, really popular. And I started seriously thinking about giving up the day job and having a crack at this full time. If it wasn't for Joe encouraging me to live my dream, I reckon I'd still be in that factory. October 2021, I made a video. I quit my job to go camping. In the video I said, I don't know what I really am. Am I a YouTuber, a video creator? But not once did I refer to myself as a full-time wild camper. So I thought being a YouTuber would be incredibly easy. Just make more videos, because I've got more time now. And then you get more views, more money, you could live that dream. But around that time, again, because of the COVID thing, more and more people were getting into the outdoors, and that also meant that there were a lot more outdoors YouTubers. First 6 months were great, but I wasn't getting any more views. I wasn't growing the channel at a greater rate or anything like that. And that followed with quite a few troubles, mainly in my head, not really knowing what I wanted to do with the channel, which direction to go. It felt to me at the time like I'd turned this amazing hobby into a chore. There was millions of hours worth of video uploaded every day on YouTube. And it's getting harder and harder to stand out in quite a little tiny niche of camping. I don't know if you've noticed, but the YouTube algorithm's changing too. I've got around 185,000 subscribers, but some videos, there might only be 100,000 impressions, so it's not getting sent out to all of the subscribers. As well as the YouTube search is changing as well. Sometimes if I search for something quite specific, like what is the best red tent, it might give me totally random video choices, such as cooking on a stove. I bet there's hundreds of new camping videos being uploaded every week. And to me, it seems like we're all copying each other or doing the same thing. I'll start with gear, for example. So suppliers, they will send you out something to test, maybe a tent, and you think, or you're led to believe, that you're the only person testing it. And then at release date, there is 50 videos all showing the same tent, all showing very similar content. And everything is just watered down. And I don't think that that's offering you, the viewer, that much value. And then there's the camping trips. So I recently got back from the West Highland Way, which I had planned end of last year. I'd planned to do it first week in May or the last week in April. And to my surprise, around the same time, it seemed like every other YouTuber's done the same. I don't blame them for 1 minute for doing the hike. It's absolutely stunning, but from a content perspective, we've all done the same. So I split the West Highland Way trip over 3 videos, which so far have got a total of around 95,000 views. And then when I got home, went to the park, dumped all the kit out on a field, and that's had 56,000 views on its own. So purely from a YouTube perspective, it doesn't make good financial sense to me to travel to places like Scotland, so I don't recoup my money back. That isn't why I did it though. I am 50 now and I wanted to do something special for that year. I would love to do more trips like that. And I know that's the sort of videos that people want to see. But on the other side of the coin, the same people, they're not happy if I do a sponsored video. At the end of the day, I've made the decision now that this is my job and I've got to make it work just to pay the mortgage and to keep bread on the table. So all that aside, you still can get big views on YouTube. If you've got some sort of unique perspective or fabulous personality, you look at Chris, for example, on Blot Outdoors. He's getting lots of views week in, week out. He's even created his own language. Go check him out. There's a few others like Andy from Kent Survival. But for the most of us, it's quite a chore. Unless, of course, you do some kind of extreme camping where you take your tent out in storms or you test it until it breaks. That's not what I want to do. So to be honest with you, I have thought long and hard about going back to work, but that is not what I want either. So on the 31st of May, after a late night Casey Neistat binge watch, came up with this crazy challenge for myself. 30 videos filmed, edited and uploaded in the month of June. Firstly, I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I also wanted to see if you would enjoy videos that weren't necessarily camping related. So this is day 12 and I'm loving making a different style of video every day. Feels like I've started a new job, but one that I love and is keeping me motivated. I know these videos aren't everybody's cup of tea, but I feel that there's more to life and more to me than being the tent man. Although I still love tents and stoves, and I will be making camping videos. So if you still want to stick around and see what we get up to, it is really much appreciated. And obviously, I'll see you tomorrow.